What is up, YouTube? This is Christian from LRC, and we are doing day 20 of 31 days of character creation. And so we are now deep into the Gentle Fist saga here. And so let's keep this thing going. Oh, we decided, by the way, that we're naming this city. The name of the city is Paul Anvera, I think. Paul Anvera. Was that right? Yeah. Emilio might have to correct me on that. All right, let's start rolling. So we got a D10 for ancestry, and that's going to be 2. So it's going to be a dwarf character joining into our multicultural background. The class is D12. We have a warlock. Okay, we got a dwarf warlock. Background is 6. That is going to be a gladiator. Dwarf, warlock, gladiator, and non-binary. Okay, dwarf, warlock, gladiator, non-binary. Okay, so I don't know. I have this bias, I guess, that the magic users or wielders are bad folk. So I'm gonna say that this dwarf is looped in with Divinia, who's our sorcerer, who is trying to create an uprising, and she's actually manipulating Slate via Slate's mentor as a fighter to try to recruit him into her army. So we have this dwarf warlock gladiator, and yeah, I think that probably he is somebody who Divinia is directly recruited. So she was probably, maybe Divinia was somebody involved with these pit fights, basically. And she had her eye on this particular dwarf who would, eviscerate their enemies. And there were some skills there that were a little sort of not inhuman, but were a little more than just something that a gladiator would be able to achieve. And so she could detect that this particular dwarf had some sort of magical connection, and the warlock has a patron of some kind, and so that's going to be some sort of nasty patron. And so Divinia singled this dwarf out, and she probably oh boy, she probably did something nasty, like killed the head trainer or gladiator or whatever, so that this dwarf would be kind of right for the plucking on for manipulation. And so, yeah, I think that's what we're going to start with. Let's take a look at our stats here. So strength, let's see, should be high for somebody who's a gladiator background. That's gonna be an 11. No, a 12. Okay, yeah, so maybe this particular dwarf is a little bit older too. Dex is going to be, that is going to be an 11. Okay. Con is going to be 11 again. Intelligence is going to be, okay, that's a 15. Okay, so they're pretty smart to have been manipulated. All right, let's take a look at wisdom. Wisdom is a 10. Okay, so that's probably the street smarts. That's not quite good enough to catch a con. And then charisma, that's what we're going to need for spellcasting here. Oh yeah, so that's a 13. Okay. So yeah, we've got this character who was coming up through the pits and was manipulated into joining Divinia's sort of nefarious cause. And I think we're going to name this dwarf, I'm going to give them a good sort of showboating name. I think it's going to have to be like, it's going to be the Eviscerator, just period. The Eviscerator. So the Eviscerator is our non-binary dwarf warlock gladiator who has been manipulated into joining the wrong side of this battle in Paul Anvera. And well, good luck to them. Thanks, guys.